I'll tell you something. When you talk about Massachusetts, Massachusetts is ground zero in all the crisis we face. For example, we have an immigration problem, right? We have millions and millions of migrants coming across the border. In Massachusetts, the state has a right to shelter law. So anyone who shows up in Massachusetts and is homeless, the government has to pay for them. Puts them up in a hotel, feeds them. It's going to cost Massachusetts between $1 and $2 billion, and there's no federal money to help. This is all state money, and it's bankrupting the state. So we have illegal immigration, inflation. Massachusetts is either second or third most expensive state in the country. It is the third highest for housing when you talk about prices of homes to buy or rent. Groceries in Boston, greater Boston area, are higher than any other place in the country except for Hawaii. And so, inflation, we have an opioid problem, right? People are dying because of addiction to opioids and fentanyl that's coming into Massachusetts from the southern border. We have all of these crises, foreign wars going on. And I was questioning myself with all those crises and real world problems, why did Senator Warren wake up one day and say, I'm going to run for a third term and I'm going to build an anti crypto army to ban Bitcoin, self custody, and other crypto assets in the United States? Like, why would she be focused on crypto of anything when we have all those real world problems? And then I couldn't figure it out. Then she went on Meet the Press with Chuck Todd on NBC and said America is ready for a Federal Reserve issued CBDC. And then I said, now it makes sense. She wants to ban Bitcoin, self custody, XRP, ETH, Solana, whatever, because they can't be compete. She wants every one of us to use a Federal Reserve CBDC. Now think about that, guys. George Orwell, who wrote 1984, is
Great book.
rolling over in his grave because you're talking about, you guys know, you're experts, programmable money. So that means the government sees everything, that where you spend your money, how you spend your money, and they have an on-off switch. So, oh, you donate it to ABC Company. We think that's an extreme organization. Turn it off. Oh, we don't like where you're spending your money. They limit it geographically. They would be in control of our money. When they control your money, they control your freedom. And so, a Federal Reserve issued CBDC is the biggest threat to economic freedom of my lifetime. That is not hyperbole. And so that's why I said it's a perfect segue, because she's pushing for that. She said we're ready for that. And that's something that I think is pretty scary.